And where is it right now? Because you're going to go, when is it going to be released?
It premieres Tuesday in New York.
Hello, cinema enthusiasts. Martin Scorsese. Martin Scorsese is the godfather of modern cinema. In his world, every glance, every breath, and every word is part of a work of art. Scorsese doesn't shout. He simply pushes you out of his famous frame. And once you're expelled from that frame, you never come back. Today, at the age of 83, the master filmmaker adds 5 names to his blacklist. People who, over his 50-year career, cast a shadow over his professionalism, his vision, and his pursuit of truth. Especially the final name on the list. You won't believe the cold wave created in Scorsese's office by the world's most entertaining man, and how the legendary director declared him persona non grata. Before we move on to the actors, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments section. Enjoy watching. Number 1. Mark Wahlberg, The Clash of Boston Arrogance. At the top of the list is the man Scorsese said didn't do what I wanted, only what he knew, Mark Wahlberg. Although his portrayal of Dignam in The Departed earned him an Oscar nomination, working with Wahlberg was pure mental torture for Scorsese. Wahlberg brought his own Boston street jargon and an uncontrollable aggression to the set. During development, as Scorsese tried to capture the subtlety and silence within the character, Wahlberg demanded more profanity, more shouting, and more ego in every scene. The breaking point came during one of the office scenes, when Scorsese stopped the take and said, "Mark, I want less, just a look." Wahlberg shot back, "That's not how the streets work, Marty. I'm going to give more." Openly challenging the director, Scorsese shut off the monitor and walked off the set. That Wahlberg went on to receive the film's only acting Oscar nomination became one of the greatest ironies in Scorsese's career. To his inner circle, Scorsese later said, "Some actors give the audience what it wants, not what the character needs." I'm done with Mark. Result: Martin Scorsese personally crossed Wahlberg's name off Shutter Island and The Wolf of Wall Street. In Scorsese's world, Wahlberg was sealed onto the blacklist as an unmanageable ego. Number 2. Julia Roberts, A Historical Clash of Elegance. In second place is Hollywood's sweetheart, whom Scorsese described as a modernity that kills historical truth, Julia Roberts. Considered for the lead role in The Age of Innocence, Roberts couldn't endure even a single day of Scorsese's meticulous preparation process. To recreate the 19th century atmosphere, Scorsese asked Roberts to wear the era's heavy corsets and use the physical discomfort as an acting tool. During development, Roberts openly stated that she found these restrictions ridiculous. The breaking point came during a costume fitting, when Roberts threw the corset aside and shouted, "Steven Spielberg never treated me like this. I just want to breathe." Scorsese replied in an icy tone, "Steven can treat you like a star, Julia. I expect you to be an actress. If you're not going to feel the pain of the era in your veins, then don't wear the dress at all." Roberts walked away from the project that very second. To Scorsese, Julia became nothing more than an insincere star trying to force the past into the present. Result: Martin Scorsese never spoke to Julia Roberts again. He described her radiant smile as a mask with no historical depth and locked her into the shallow section of his blacklist. Number 3. Ryan O'Neal, The Falseness of Pain. Third on the list is Ryan O'Neal, who tested Scorsese's patience during the Raging Bull auditions. While Scorsese was searching for Jake LaMotta's raw, ugly violence, O'Neal tried to sell him a likable hero. In 1978, before Robert De Niro was officially locked in, O'Neal came in to audition. During development, he read the script and told Scorsese, "This character is too brutal. The audience will hate him. We should soften the domestic violence scenes, make him more likable." The breaking point came when Scorsese slammed his hand on the table and ended the audition on the spot. Looking O'Neill straight in the eyes, he shouted, "If you want to be liked, you're in the wrong room, Ryan. I'm looking for a reality people will hate, not your shiny hero fantasies." Scorsese later told his editor, filmmaker, that it was the most uncomfortable hour of my life. To O'Neill, Scorsese was a madman who searched for art in ugliness. To Scorsese, O'Neill was just a postcard boy. Result: Ryan O'Neill was coded in Scorsese's world as a coward of truth. Scorsese never engaged in any professional dialogue with him again and sealed his name on the blacklist under never to be approached. Number 4. Winona Ryder, the betrayal of inner confrontation. Fourth is Winona Ryder, an actress Scorsese admired for her talent, but who exhausted him with her resistance on set. During the Age of Innocence, Ryder refused to portray the character's sly, manipulative side, launching a silent war against Scorsese's vision. Scorsese wanted a ruthless manipulation hidden behind innocence. During development, Ryder insisted on humanizing the character and portraying her as a victim, pushing the shoot to a standstill. The breaking point came when Scorsese halted filming for 6 hours for a single scene, pulled Winona aside, and spent 20 minutes whispering the character's sinister soul into her ear. Winona returned to the set in tears, but still resisted giving Scorsese the darkness he wanted. Scorsese viewed her stance as artistic sabotage. Although Ryder received an Oscar nomination when the film was released, the experience was, for Scorsese, an exhaustion that could never be repeated. Result: Martin Scorsese described Winona Ryder as a resistance not worth the effort required for a performance. From that day on, she was never included in another Scorsese project. He wrote her name onto his blacklist as too sensitive and incompatible. Number 5. Jim Carrey, the chilling air of The Office. We've arrived at the most shocking name on the list, the one Scorsese described as a man whose genius I respect, but who is forbidden from entering my world, Jim Carrey. In 1999, during the early stages of The Aviator, when these two giants came face to face, one of Hollywood's coldest meetings took place. Jim Carrey came to Scorsese's New York office for the role of Howard Hughes. During development, Carrey turned the room into a circus with his famous improvisational talent, performing physical transformations and completely abandoning the script. The breaking point came when Scorsese fell completely silent mid-meeting and the temperature in the room dropped instantly. Watching Carrey's one-man show, Scorsese whispered to his producing partner, "Jim may be a genius, but he creates only in his own universe. In my cinema, the actor submits to the director. He doesn't take over. This kid isn't playing Howard Hughes. He's just playing Jim Carrey." Scorsese abruptly ended the meeting and gave the role to Leonardo DiCaprio. Carrey's manic energy that day turned into a permanent exile in Scorsese's discipline-driven world. Result: to Martin Scorsese, Jim Carrey was an atomic bomb, too dangerous for a controlled film. While Scorsese praised his talent, he sealed Carrey's fate by saying, "I need a man who will live the character in my universe, not one who imposes his own." Carrey was locked into the most singular spot on Scorsese's blacklist. At 83, Martin Scorsese teaches us this: cinema is not a democracy. It is absolute submission to a vision. Wahlberg's ego, Robert's modernity, O'Neill's cowardice, Ryder's resistance, and Carrey's chaos. Scorsese wrote all of these names onto his blacklist because he never allows lies inside the frame. What do you think? Do you believe Scorsese was too authoritarian with Jim Carrey and Mark Wahlberg? Let's meet in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to explore the hidden world of legends. See you in the next video.